Welcome to the 515 Real podcast, where we discuss film, television, and all things related to the industry.
Yes,
I'm your
sir.
man, Brucell Nix Jr. And as you can see, Johnny Thornton is not with us right now. We have our favorite.
You already know it's Cruz Johnson, man, here again with my brother always.
Yes, sir.
Cruz, we here in
Yes,
the
sir.
midst always.
Yes,
doing
sir.
It. Hey, and then we're gonna make it happen. Another day to talk about film.
Man, yeah, we got
Come
a
on.
lot to talk about too, man. And as you can see, of course, we stated it earlier. Johnny will be with us later on an interview that we have coming up later on the show with John Chambers, who's going to be here to talk about B.O.M.B Cinema, the B.O.M.B Cinema experience up in Huntsville, Alabama. So please stick around for that. And we have so much to talk about today, man. But before we get into all that, man, I know you guys haven't seen us in a while, so is it too late to say like Happy New Year and all that kind of stuff?
You know what? I think it's okay to say Happy New Year.
Yeah, we'll say Happy New Year because we haven't seen you guys in a while.
Happy New Year.
But man, we hope you guys have had a happy start to this new year so far.
For sure.
And Happy Black History Month.
There we go. I love that. You know,
Happy Black. We gotta say that, man.
I like to say that
culture.
Black History 365. We're here. We representing, and we got a lot of big topics we're gonna talk about related to the Black History, man.
That's right. And speaking of which, in our take 2 today, we'll be talking about some films that you should definitely see for Black History Month. Not just Black History Month, but any time is a good time to watch many of these films we'll be talking about.
Of course, I mean, this is the time where you can tap in and learn a little bit more about Black history, more of the things that we, contribute. And the films we're talking about today, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see that these films has highlighted the things that we have done and dealt with in the past and bringing it all the way to the present. So
yes, sir. Can't wait to talk about that, man. Always a good time talking about that. And also, we'll be talking, as we stated earlier, we'll be talking to John Chambers with the B.O.M.B Cinema experience up in Huntsville, Alabama. And Johnny will be joining us for that segment. And also on the show, Cruz, for this week's Be Kind Rewind. Excited about this one, man. Black Panther.
Ooh.
A monumental film that came out in 2018.
Come on.
Black Panther,
Come
man.
on.
Matter of fact, it came out in 2018 around this time of the year. It was like in February that it came out, man. So we'll be talking about that for our Be Kind Rewind. And for our main topic this week, we'll be talking a little bit about the Oscars, man.
There's so many big things that's happened with the Oscars. We just had a conversation offline, and now we're ready to bring it online, talking about the different awards. I mean, obviously, Sinners is, man,
it's going crazy.
They're going crazy. They got so many, but
broke the record for nominations.
Yes. Can they get one? And that's the thing we want to talk about, and the importance of talking about that. We're gonna find out now. We're gonna put our bets how many awards they can get in.
That's right. And for this week's 2 Snaps, we'll be talking about the Netflix series His and Hers, starring Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal.
Man, I'm telling you, it's still trending right now. And it's one of those projects when you get into it,
and you have to pay attention.
You better pay attention.
You have to,
and you gotta. And it's one of those ones you cannot cut off. So we can't wait to talk about it.
So let's get into it with some headlines. All right, this week's headlines, man. We're starting off with a little bit of sad news, man. Over the last few weeks, we've lost some legends in the industry.
Yes.
The great, wonderful, beautiful soul, Catherine O'Hara, passed away recently.
Yeah.
And man,
the impact that she's had in the game, she's been acting all the way back to, Home Alone is obviously one of the biggest projects she's known for. That relationship between her and Macaulay Culkin, him playing Kevin was very big, and everybody remembered that from their childhood. But some Beetlejuice,
so many different projects.
Yeah, she did so many. I know she did so many other projects, but one of the things I always acknowledged and noticed was her who she all came up with around that time. And it's always cool to see those storylines of how everybody came into the film industry. I mean, she came up with John Candy,
Rick Moranis.
Martin Short. I mean, these are legends that really impacted, the business. And everybody remember at least a film or a scene. Every time you seen her on the screen, you seen that smile.
Yes.
You had that connection. And it's kind of in the same effect as when you look at like even a Claire Huxtable on standpoint of like that was our mom too, right?
Yeah.
So
and even with her recent success on the the very successful show Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Like, man, she's really just she's gained a whole new audience with that particular show. And man, just sad news to hear, but man, truly a legend in the game.
Most
Man.
definitely. I don't think she will be forgotten.
Oh,
Definitely,
never.
her impact is definitely there.
Yeah. Also, we recently lost Demond Wilson of Sanford and Son fame.
Legend.
Man, who played Lamont on the show. Man, again, another legend. You know, he was 79 years old, and you know, he was a pastor, but like, man, he spent many years in the game of television, and man, just, you know, another
Somebody
great loss.
you know, I mean, obviously Sanford Son, I know it's before my time, but I remember watching the reruns and with my pops. And
same here. That was my pop's favorite show, man.
So I mean, you pretty much kind of grew up with that too, and knowing, you know, how impactful he was into the culture and the stories he's done. I mean, he won't be forgotten.
What's one of your favorite moments from the show?
Oh man,
featuring him.
Jeez.
I can name mine.
I know you can. Give me one.
So one of my favorite episodes. And it didn't even have, the crazy thing about it, it didn't even have Fred on there.
Oh, wow.
This is one where Grady was on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Lamont was dating this guy named, I think his name was JoJo Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Or whatever. Lamont started dating this girl, and JoJo was a huge guy.
Oh, okay.
And he had beat Lamont up or something. And so Lamont was at this restaurant, and JoJo was with his girl.
Yeah.
And Lamont had been taking karate lessons and stuff, right? And so Grady didn't want Lamont to get beat up, so he tried to find JoJo Jackson, and he was trying to tell him, like, look, whatever he does, he's crazy. Don't mess with him. Like, man, you know, like he's got like something going on. Like we've been trying to give him some help, but he's crazy. And JoJo said, well, that ain't gonna help him today. And so he made Lamont come outside, and so Lamont goes outside. He bends down and he does this number. He tells him, like, hold on. And so he bends down. Then next thing you know, he just jumps up and just started jumping around, screaming and jump, right? And so JoJo is just like, all right, man, no, look, you just stop. You just go back inside. Drinks on me. Everything on me. And then Grady comes back after me, and he was like, "You right, that fool is crazy." You know, but that was one of my, because like it was just the way that he was kicking and screaming, and it was just like one of my favorite moments, man. Yeah. And then another one was when he told Fred that he was gonna change his name to an African name.
Of course.
And he changed his name to Kalunda, and Fred called him Calendar. So man, another legend lost, man. But the great Demond Wilson.
Yeah, man.
And then recently we just lost James Vanderbeek of Dawson Creek fame, man. Yeah, man. You know, he was battling cancer, which we just found out about. Yeah. But another legend lost, man. And he was young too, man. You know, just, you know, sad to hear, but like, you know, we're grateful for all of the entertainment they've given us over the years.
What they contribute was something that, I mean, that we still trying to match that energy that they brought to the screen. And like you said, man, we just gonna try to continue that.
Exactly. All right, next up in Headlines, Cruz, we're gonna lighten the mood up just a little bit. Okay. We got to. That was a little heavy.
I needed that. Yeah.
So I don't know if you had a chance to see it or not, but Amazon Prime recently released their first look images from the Nicolas Cage Spider Noir.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Man, it looks amazing.
I mean,
it looks so cinematic, man. But the feel of it, they've given it. You can watch it two different ways. You can watch it either in black and white, or you can watch it in color, man. And I mean, these images look great. I love Nicolas Cage as Spider Noir in the Spider-Verse movies.
Spider-Verse, yes.
Man. Yeah. And man, just to see like this come to life, man, I'm excited about it. Man, what about you?
Like you said, man, I mean, so many stories that came out of that Spider-Verse. And it's finally good to see they turn this more to a live action. We need this more than when we thought we might have wanted it. And then see Nicolas Cage kind of be in that position. I mean, you already know we're gonna be sitting in them seats, kind of already sitting there, not moving. Nicolas Cage got us,
and it's coming sooner than later. So you know, and the funny thing about it, man, is this has nothing to do with the MCU whatsoever.
Not at all.
This is all Sony. Sony. You know, they have like the rights to all of these Spider-Man characters, man. So this is a Sony production. And man, like I said, I'm just excited to see Nicolas Cage in this role. Excited to see what they're gonna do with it, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know it's gonna be one of those ones we're gonna be talking about soon enough, and probably in 2 snaps in due time.
You know what?
In due time, you know.
Yes, sir. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Next up in Headlines, man, This one I'm super excited about.
What,
The promotion train has really just got started rolling.
what's about you? What you about to say? Which one
Man,
you about to bring
Shimon,
up?
man, you already know.
Oh man,
Shimon,
the Michael trailer. Oh, I've been
Shimon,
waiting for
yeah,
this, man.
man, the Michael trailer is going crazy.
Yes.
Antoine Fuqua has recently talked about the process of even just casting Michael Jackson's nephew Jafar Jackson in the role, and he actually had to try out for the role or whatever, man. But man, when you see the trailers and the work that he put in, man, I am super excited about this film.
The storytelling looks like it's gonna be great, but from cinematically how they brought you into that world, just by that trailer. I mean, you already got it. You see him, you see the gloves, you see the clothes, you see the moment, you can hear them cheering. It just instantly brings you into it. Man, they already got my ticket.
Man,
already.
The casting was on point, man. When you look at Quincy Jones, and then you look at Nia Long as his mother, Catherine, and man,
talk about Joe, who can play Joe Jackson.
Oh my goodness, man, Coleman Domingo is Joe Jackson, man. You look at the makeup they did, man, it's insane how much he looks like Joe Jackson, man.
Yeah, I mean, he looks just like it, man.
It's crazy.
I saw something on the internet earlier. It was talking about comparing the two. For him playing that role and Lawrence Jacobs, so he better bring it. You see how Lawrence Jacobs brought it, so I think he
was amazing. He was amazing, but I mean, we know Coleman Domingo is a fantastic actor, so I have no doubt that he's going to embody this role. Honestly, I think everyone is going to do a great job, especially
I do too.
Especially with Antoine Fuqua at the helm of the film, and I just see nothing but greatness coming out of this film. So I'm excited about it, man.
Hey, man, he already got my money.
Same here, man. So what about you guys? Are you guys excited about the new Michael Jackson trailer? Leave us your thoughts in the comments.
Shimon.
Exactly. And next up in headlines, one of our last stories for today. Man, I don't know if you're excited about this, but I really am, man. I know I say I'm excited about a lot of this, but I am excited about this one.
What are you talking about?
But The Mummy 4.
Oh, come on.
Just got announced. And Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are returning to the franchise, man.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes, man.
That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, to get them, to see them two together again, they were magic on the screen.
Man,
I hope they're able to bring who played the brother in that movie. I hope they bring him in too, and and some of the original cast that were part of it. But I mean, to hear that news, I'm excited already about what they can do and what they can bring to the screen again.
Exactly, man. Just hearing the fact that Brendan Fraser is coming back, and I mean, he's had a bit of a renaissance over the last few years, from the film The Whale, where he was nominated, and man, he actually won the Academy Award for it. So, man, just seeing him come back and being healthy, man, it's great to see him back. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in this role again.
Man, I mean, it's still one of my favorite series. I mean, I'm just to finally bring it back. I mean, no knocking on Tom Cruise and what he did. No knocking, but it's back.
Wasn't Jet Li in that?
Should we talk about that?
No, I mean, he was in it too, right?
Yeah, he was in the last of the one with Brendan Fraser, but we don't remember that.
Was he?
Yes, he was. He was the last one with Brendan Fraser. Yes, because it was a different woman that played his wife.
It sure was. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like I said, I tried to eliminate it. You just took me right back through that pain. But hey, the fourth, Mummy 4th is definitely coming. I'm looking forward to seeing.
No, Pain was watching The Scorpion King. That was pain.
Yeah, that's true.
That was pain.
Shout out to The Rock.
That CGI was rough, man.
The final boss.
At that time?
Yeah, different. The final boss.
Sorry, Rock. Sorry. But nah, what was your favorite one?
Oh, man. I mean, come on. You can't beat the original for me.
I think that's mine, too.
I think the original, the slap comedy that had in there, including with the adventure. I mean, I love that. I mean, I think Rock did great in Mummy too. I mean, how he was.
I'm joking around. But
he definitely brought his A game when he came to Mummy 2.
That's when we knew he was gonna be a star, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then it just, The Rock did what he did. So I think you can match those first two movies. I think we got a good one on our hands.
I'm with you, man. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about the Mummy returning in this 4th installment? I know I am.
I was about to say, y'all. I answer for y'all. Yes, we are. I'm just playing. No. You tell us in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing from y'all.
Exactly, man. All right, Cruz. That's it for this week's headlines, man. Cool. And normally we would get into our question of the day, but as you know, Johnny is not here right now.
Of course.
So we'll do that a little bit later on in the show, and I'll be asking you the question of the day, man. So we'll test your knowledge.
Oh man,
with our Be Kind Rewind film.
This is my test.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's your test for this time. Like
right.
I'm now you gotta uphold this tradition now because
sit up in my seat
I never lose these, man.
Oh man,
okay. But you know what? Hold on.
It's like the Undertaker. What you got?
I got a bone to pick with Johnny. Next time he's on this, I got a bone to pick with him, man, because he got one over on me on the last time he asked me a question.
He did. He tried to get you, bro.
Nah, he got me. He didn't try to get me. He got me, but he cheated. He cheated, and I'm gonna let you know, Johnny, you cheated, man, and it was confirmed that you cheated too. When you're on the show for Be Kind Rewind, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
lemon pepper steppers. He got some smoke for you.
I got some smoke for you for sure. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Right now we're gonna get into our Forged in Steel. So for this week's Forged in Steel, like we said earlier in the show, we'll be talking to Ghon Chambers, who'll be talking to us from Huntsville, Alabama, about Bomb Cinema.
Man, I'm excited about that.
I'm so excited about that.
Good.
But before we talk to him, and Johnny will be joining us for that segment.
Of course.
But before we get into that, man, we wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on here in Birmingham first, right?
Well, we got to talk about the city, and the things that is happening in the city right now has been great. One of those big things is actually the Birmingham City Council has approved $160,000 in new funding to support film and television production to come to the Magic City, and that is something that we need. It's something is something that we are tapping into, and I know we are excited as filmmakers to have that news happening in Birmingham.
Yeah, and this was all made possible through Create Birmingham, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I mean, Create Birmingham, the nonprofit's been doing great things in our city, and giving the opportunities for getting production here, but also giving filmmakers that's already in the city the spotlight to be able to create too. So now we know we got more revenue, more chances, and more opportunities. Man, it's just up from here.
And I mean, like in 2025 alone, Create Birmingham said that there were over 39 films that were filmed within the city, man, generating much, money for the city. Like they were hiring people, local people, and just it really boosted up the economy here in the city, man.
Yeah, I mean, you see the impact it has when you invest within the community. Birmingham's always do great things in doing that, and it's just another chance for them to do it. I'm excited. I hopefully that chance we can get in and be a part of that, chance of creating with them. So
yeah, man. I mean, I think it's exciting for all filmmakers, man. Anyone that's interested in this business, this is huge for the city of Birmingham, man. And it kind of levels the playing field out there.
It really do. You always see other companies coming in Birmingham and creating here. I mean, this is one of those. I call it one of those gems that people, come through and create, and it's a chance to now make it bigger and better for all of us to play a part in that now.
Exactly.
So let's do it.
Yeah. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. All right. So next up, man, like I said, we're excited about this, man. I want to bring on Ghon Chambers. Me and this brother go way back. This is my brother. This is my man. A&M alum, Ghon Chambers, man. Ghon, how you doing, man?
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing great, Bruce, man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
You too, always man. Good. Man, me and you go back and, man, got so many stories. A lot of them we can't tell on here, but
tell one.
We have many stories, man. Many stories.
I like the warning ahead of time.
Hey, man, we'll have to say that for after the interview is over, man.
Yeah.
After the interview, man. But, man, welcome to the show, man.
I want to hear some of those stories.
Right, that's why
you really don't.
We're trying to tell you.
No, you really don't.
Johnny,
I'm with you, John, we're going to have to talk about that. Off camera. We're going to talk.
Man, how you doing, John?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Super excited. A little nervous, but hey, I'm glad to be here, bros.
Hey, nothing to be nervous about, man. Out of all the stuff we've done in the past, this is definitely nothing to be nervous about, man. You with family, man, so
Okay,
yes, sir. Welcome, bro.
Yes, sir, man. So for those who don't know, man, please tell our audience a little bit about yourself and who you are, man.
Okay, no problem. So, government is Ghon Chambers Jr. to be exact. I'm an Army brat, self-described. So what that means is my dad was in the Army at the time I was born. I grew up moving around. So before I was 17 years old, I had already lived in Germany for 9 years, lived in California, graduated high school upstate New York. All that moving around a very diverse group of people but I had this desire to come home, right? So my dad's from Mobile, my mom's from Birmingham. I wanted to come back to Alabama to go to school. Wanted to, I grew up in that same era that you guys are probably from. We saw Different World and Cosby Show and stuff. So, and the Rum Shaker video. So we were already kind of like,
That's childhood.
you
That's
know what I'm
childhood.
saying?
That's
We
childhood.
saw doing the butt, and we was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want to go to college like that, right?
Right.
So wanted to go to Alabama, narrowed it down to A&M. Best decision I ever made in my life, man. Came back home, made lifelong friends, man. Found myself, tapped into a lot of energy, and ended in a city that is actually, one of the fastest growing cities in the nation.
Yes.
Which is crazy. When we got to Huntsville, it wasn't like this. It was still cotton everywhere, and
man,
it was, kind of a slower college town for the most part.
Really.
Yeah. So now, man, Huntsville's booming. It's a tech city. It's very innovative. It's on the forefront of a lot of different scenes, but I majored in communications. That's where me and young Mr. Nix, Mr. Bruce ran into each other.
Young
So,
Mr. Nix.
yeah, that was my partner, and we did a lot of projects together. We took a lot of the same coursework. We got some legendary performances where on the stage and stuff together. We'll save some of those Easter eggs for later.
Yeah, we'll have to save that for later.
Yeah, but, me and Bruce go way back, man.
Hey, they don't know that side of me, man.
They don't know. They don't know Bruce.
We need to find out though.
Right, yeah, we gonna find out.
Hey, they don't know about the private eye, John.
See, Bruce is a whole actor. Bruce is a musician. Me and Bruce, we got music together, man. I was talking to my brother recently about some of our tracks that we might bring back, man. So,
you said Bruce got bars?
Hey, man.
Well, Bruce was the bar guy. Bruce was the musician. Bruce was the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we give.
I knew that part.
Okay, I'm learning. I thought you had.
We give the man. We used to be up late night in Bruce's apartment, with the keyboard and going hard, man. So, so I got into radio, and then me and Bruce bumped into each other again with that because he came to work at the radio station. We actually, he might have forgot this, but we actually wrote a radio play.
I remember that, man. It was like one of those, like, how Tom Joyner used to have like the if they had like a skit or something they used to play, like a soap opera. That's what we did, man.
Okay.
Yes, we wrote a whole soap opera, man, and Bruce was Uncle Darnell.
Yeah, man. Uncle Darnell was like Eddie Kane Jr.
I can feel that. I felt that energy. When I heard it.
Yeah, man. So,
was in tune with in character.
I worked in radio for about 12, 13 years. I did television for a little while. Started DJing around 1999, and into the 2000s, as Juvie would say. So, I lived in clubs for years. That was my passion for years. I was doing 2 to 3 nights a week, working with the radio station, doing big shows. Had the biggest, worked at the oldest black radio station in the state of Alabama, WEEP 103.1.
Yep.
So just, got to be a part of the culture, especially with the hip hop and R&B from that time period that's so precious to so many of us, that 1999 into the 2000s, into the whole Chins era. So that was,
that was that time period.
Yeah, man, met Little John, and then when they was on the way up, met David Banner when they was on the way, when he was on the way up, 8-Ball MJG, like, was actually around that culture and caught the back end of Zap and Roger, being able to work open shows for them. So, came from the music, decided I wanted to grow up at some point, got married, had a child, and really stepped away, honestly, tried to do that kind of thing, but I had to be real with myself. And it was just like, I need to create, I need to express myself. So I had to figure out a way to do it different. Can't be out here in the club 3 nights a week no more. Can't, I have no desire to, don't have the energy. Don't, it's just a lot of things. Things have changed. The music's different. So what I've been doing lately in Huntsville is carving out my own niche. So I started my own company called Sound Mind Performance Network, which is basically, me and all of the spokes, me as the centerpiece and all the spokes of my wheel, bringing together wellness on various levels, whether that's financial, mental, spiritual, bringing in the actual culture, trying to retain and save the recipes as far as these stories that we joke and play about, but a lot of us, are leaving and these stories leave with us. So trying to preserve the culture as gentrification happens into a lot of our areas and places we grew up, get wiped off the map. We need somebody to preserve those. So that's part of my mission. Just communal situations. So that's what I'm here today is bringing out a new way to do that is to like, how can we get back to some of the old ways, that we grew up being communal as people, but then kind of do it in a different way.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Now you have a new venture. Like you've partnered with a cinema up there. I think it's independent. Is it independent cinema?
Yes, sir. So it's called The Independent.
The
And it's
Independent. I'm sorry.
The Independent. Yes, The
You
Independent.
you
And it's
partnered with them
literally,
and started something called Bomb Cinema. Can you tell us what that is?
yes, sir. It's Bomb Cinema, B.O.M.B, bringing our memories back. So basically, what I'm doing is curating movies that we grew up watching. We know the words to. We know which the punchline is already.
Yep.
But then also it gives some of us an opportunity to watch things that we get judged because we never saw. I know when I met my wife, she like really judged me because I had never seen the Five Heartbeats in its entirety, right? So I see y'all. Don't
man.
judge, bro. Don't judge.
Oh,
Wait,
Lord.
now
Come on,
all
Johnny,
this time
man.
we've
Come
known
on,
each other.
man.
This part I've never known.
We got to cut this interview now.
Well,
Man. We got to go
I'll
watch
take
some
it out.
movies. We got to go watch movies, man.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here
Yeah,
for.
But that's the thing. John watches movies. We were like, look, we were movie heads. Like, so we watched movies. We could quote like any film and all this kind of stuff. But all this time, man, I never knew that you had never seen the Five Heartbeats, man.
I'd never seen it, the whole thing. I'd watch it in pieces. And the same with Temptations, right? So she made me sit down one day and watch them back to back.
Wow.
But
Thank you for your wife.
Right.
I'm thankful for her. But I made her watch Crush Groove and The Last Dragon. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and I mean, we all have those pockets that we miss, right? So
That's true. Yeah. That's
Independent
true.
is actually, speaking of like a relationship, it's like a husband and wife started this. This is their passion. This is their dream, was to have an actual independent cinema. So the way I came across them was scrolling on Facebook one day, and I saw Trading Places posted to play. And I was like, no way, man. That's my favorite.
I know.
That is my
Billy
favorite
Ray Valentine.
Capricorn. Billy Ray was a Capricorn, man. Like
cargo.
Yeah, man. So I came to the movie. It was like last minute. I came by myself. There wasn't enough time to get anybody together. Got some popcorn and a couple of drinks, sat and watched and laughed. After it was over with, had conversations with a couple other people that were here. We were telling Easter eggs and little tidbits and stories. And I had already had this idea from a previous event that I did. I was doing some sipping paints last year where I was theming them after, different music or certain movies. I did a Sinners inspired sipping paint where I did a juke joint situation. I served food that was from that time period. I curated blues music. We painted some blues style stuff. And so I had already been talking with the owner. Unfortunately, that business had went down. So I shelved that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna find another venue. But after I came here, I was like, man, this is it. It's a very dope space. I'm in the lounge right now. There's 2 lounges here. It holds about 70 people. There's a concession stand. So it's small enough to be intimate, but it's big enough to, be bigger than your living room or your backyard or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, and with this, it's very different because there's not only going to be like the classic films that are going to be played, but there's also music that's a part of it as well, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. Anybody that knows me knows I love music. I mean, we can still reach back to our parents and our grandparents' music. Yep. We were raised with hip hop. Hip hop is our cousin. We were literally slept in the bed with hip hop, so we grew up with it. And we got to see what it evolved into. And I think a lot of us remember that time period, that sweet spot between the 90s and the early 2000s, when the soundtrack, you had to respect the soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack was on the radio. The soundtrack was life, in certain movies that have that soundtrack.
Yes.
Or just, we know the music in the background, even just the music that was commissioned for that film. Yep. We could sing Soul Glow word for word. And that wasn't, that wasn't even a real song. So, with that being part of my passion, and that's kind of I would say the spine of my organization is music, because I feel like that's what reaches people, even if you don't understand that language. I mean, how many of us drive to work selling dope in our head because we listening to Jeezy and we ain't never bagged up nothing but groceries, right? You feel it, and it puts you in a certain mode.
Hit my soul.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna put on some Kurt Franklin or John P. right after, right? So I mean, that's who we are as a people, and I wanted to capture that. So, and I love a good conversation. So the way I've got it set up is it's going to start with a slight conversation, 10, 15 minutes. I'll have a couple people on the panel. I'm formally inviting Eve Zillman at some point to come up and be a part of that.
We have to be a part of it.
Yeah, got to, man. And it just be some basic questions, maybe some testimony as far as like, why is this film important to you? Do you have any memories that you want to share? Do you remember, where you were? Then we'll watch the movie. Now I'm gonna tell you about watching the movie, okay? This is our dream. This will take you back to, like I said, I don't know y'all background, but Bruce and I went to A&M and we only had one TV at one time on the whole campus with cable.
That's facts.
Right? You can look at this up. This is in the late 90s. There was only one TV in the students.
Like you wouldn't even believe, man. Like, not only saying that, but the dorms.
Yeah.
It was like you were in Oz.
Oh, really?
I kid you not.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've upgraded a lot since.
Yeah.
But man, like open showers.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Oh, y'all in the military.
No
space.
stalls.
Yeah.
No stalls on the bathroom. No stalls on the bathroom door.
Oh, man.
No doors on the bathroom stalls. I'm sorry.
I literally shed tears when my folks dropped me off, man. I was like, I wasn't used to that. But
it was
crazy. that was the thing of comfort was we would all meet in the student center. In between classes, you go there and wait, and BET would be on. We'd all come and watch, Rap City or whatever movie was on. We all would watch it, but it was like we're still at an HBCU, so we was doing us. So people was talking and laughing and ad-libbing. Somebody might jump up and start dancing and whatnot. And so I wanted to bring that vibe actually to the cinema, to where
dope.
there's no reason why, if we already know he's gonna say $40, that we don't all scream it, right? Or whatever line that's gonna be the punch in. It's like we all know it, so we might as well say it. Or how are you gonna sit through "Is a Heart in the House Tonight" and not sing it if you want to, right?
Right.
So that's gonna be the vibe that's the vibe, man. That's the vibe I'm trying to encourage, is for people to be able to just indulge and have a good time and interact. So what I'm calling it is social cinema, because we got the talk piece in the beginning. We're going to cut up during the movie. Afterwards, I'm going to jump on the ones and twos, play a little light background music just for the vibe. And people are going to be welcome to stay. It's not necessary, but people want to mix and mingle. They want to walk around and, network even. However you want to play it, it's here for you for about, a short time period, unless, we just decide to keep kicking it. And depending on the film, I do plan on maybe having that after set extended to a legitimate party. But right now, it's just talk in the beginning, watch, interact, afterwards, mix and mingle, and go on.
Man, that is dope, man. That is so dope. I mean, just sitting here listening to you describe the atmosphere and the vibes you're trying to set, my mind is running with so many ideas for things, man. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, that right there, I can't even say one in a million. That is something that nobody knew they needed, but we all need. That is amazing, brother.
Johnny,
I appreciate
it. It's culture. It's culture,
Yeah.
man. And that's something we needed right now. Like you said, Johnny said, we need that at the time where you can see it's being eliminated from the time we living in right now. History, everything's taken away. It's like you fight to get it right back, get that essence right back into cinema and in music.
And I think we have to. I mean, we're at a point now where if we don't make a stand, like this is our civil rights movement to a point. I mean, we have to put our foot down and say we won't be erased, we won't be forgotten, we won't be disrespected, and we have to bring back whatever it is that makes us. Our children make fun of us, and you were raised in the 1900s, all this kind of stuff, and back in the day. But I mean, they're going to be looking for that at some point.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and that's why I use the analogy of like we're losing recipes. I think Shannon Sharp had spoke on that one time. Yeah. Like as we grow up, I mean, literally our grandmother's recipes. Right. A lot of that stuff wasn't handwritten down nowhere
at all.
It's just passed down from generation. And so if we don't show how, if nothing else, we're going to figure out a way to make it. And like I do a blues show once a week on WJAB now at the Alabama A&M University. Sitting back listening to them old blues records, Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters and that generation, man, and just listen to the stuff that those guys were talking about and not being able to understand it as a child, but now as a grown man listening, like that was their therapy.
Yeah.
That was, that was all they had back then was church. And then they created, the juke joint scene to kind of, loosen their collar, be able to drink some whiskey and grind a little bit and yell and dance. And so, that's who we are, man. We're going to find us a way to whether it's just one TV university to all come together. We're going to make church of our own.
That's right.
One way or the other, whether that's a piece of cardboard and we spin around on it, or, double dutching. Like, you can put us in whatever situation you want to, but we're going to find a way to smile and love on each other.
Right.
Cinema is one of those last things where people can think about it. You walk into a room full of strangers. It's dark, and you sit there and you go through a full gamut of emotions. You might laugh, you might cry, you might hate, you might love, and then you walk out of there. And whoever that person is sitting next to you, you're going to see who that person really is based on that hour and a half that you spent.
Man, you're exactly right, because that's one thing I always say. There's nothing like the cinema experience, man. Just going there, you're with a crowd of people. And I think we've all been there when we've gone to the theater and we've seen like whatever the film is. Like, just go back to when we were watching Black Panther.
Oh, man.
Like that experience. Like when you go in there and everyone in there is just full of pride and just everyone's cheering at the screen. It's just, there was nothing like that experience. And then when you add music on top of it, what you're talking about, John, is something that brings people together. The cinematic experience and music, those are two things that really, truly bring people together, man.
Exactly.
I'm glad you mentioned Black Panther. Just to, shout out my homie T Large, one of the homies up here, man. He's part of my DJ crew, 5B and whatnot. I remember when Black Panther first came out, his wife and him organized like a outing of couples. And I remember being a part of that. And it was probably 10 to 15 black couples, man. And we all went to go see Black Panther together and understood the assignment. Like, nobody said dress up, but everybody showed up in all black or African inspired stuff and stuff like that. And so that just goes to speak to, that's who we are. Like, that's something that we love. So there's pieces of this that I definitely drew inspiration from seeing, different panels and being on panels or going to different movie experiences. We actually have a film festival here in Huntsville called the Southern Fried Film Festival. And it's a black woman who puts that on. She's put that on for several years now.
Okay.
And I came to the one last year, was actually in this facility. So I'm in Low Mill. This is where the location is, in Low Mill, which in the early 1900s, this was a factory. I think they did shoes here. So they've repurposed this factory into a creative space. So it's 3 stories of nothing but artists.
Wow.
So you have everything from people that make quilts to puppets to paint to, whatever. There's a Dungeon and Dragon kind of shop where you can paint your own little things.
Wow.
There's they do concerts on the back dock out here. So this is one of the nation's biggest repurposed like art centers. And this is where this is a place for creators to come and do their thing.
Wow.
That's
So,
real
John, a
dope.
couple more questions for you. Like, what do you hope comes out of all of this?
My goal, man, is just to make this another thing, basically. Like, I want this to be a signature for the city. As I said, Huntsville is growing. So I have a lot of respect and love for the native population, the people that were born and raised here, the transplant population, generation that I came from, old school. We went to UH or A&M or Oakwood, and we stuck around and made this our home. And then we got new people coming here in floods. They're talking about moving the space center
Command center.
here. Base Space Command here. The FBI has already moved here. Amazon, Meta has built a facility here. So Huntsville has become a melting pot, basically. But I want to kind of put our flag down and be like, okay, this right here is us. It's us right here.
Yeah.
And I want those pockets to exist all throughout the city. And I want to inspire that to do that in whatever community. So whether that's Andalusia, Eufaula, down to Mobile, San Francisco, San Antonio, like I know people are going to see this and somebody else is going to do it, and that's fine. And if that's my contribution to, that the history or the culture, then hey, I'll take that, man. That's a great legacy to leave. But I want this to be inspiring to people to do something else too. Like, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to refurbish BMX bikes and we go ride those on Saturdays? And it's all about B.O.M.B, man, bringing our memories back, like bringing back what made us who we are and being able to pass that on.
Awesome. One last question for you, John. So when people come out to see the B.O.M.B cinema experience, will they get a monologue from Cooley High from you?
That's an inside joke. So that was my like I said, when Bruce and I were in
I
the
don't
acting.
even know. It sounds funny to me.
So Bruce and I were in this class at A&M, an acting class, and that was our final project because we had to do a monologue or a soliloquy, like just a standalone scene.
Yep.
And I did Cooley High. I did the scene where Preach at the end. Yeah, at the grave before he, went off on his own. That was mine. Now he gonna throw me out there, but he ain't gonna
So
tell
Bruce,
you.
is this when you did?
Hey, be cool, man.
Get him.
No. You've done all the talking. You're gonna let John talk now. so
Get 'em.
John.
This is
So
what he
was
did.
this when Bruce did Coming to America?
Yes, this is what Bruce did. Reverend Brown coming to
Yes. Please share your experience, John. Tell us your story.
Bruce had the suit. Bruce had the wig.
Okay, because he only shared part of it with me. I want the whole story.
That's what Bruce is, man. Bruce is only gonna give you,
Oh
what
yeah,
he wants you to
he only
know.
gonna give you just a little bit.
Yeah. He's a deep brother, but he don't gonna let you in the kiddie pool. So.
That's right.
But I'm glad you mentioned that though. I will say this. So the first movie that I'm going to do is House Party.
Oh man.
Good start.
So
Good.
you guys got
my
invitation now. House Party. I'm gonna set it off at House Party. I want us to create, good vibes, start off light. Like I'm not necessarily trying to stay just in that particular vein. I want to get into some very deep pieces eventually, but to start off, let's start off with good vibes, fun. And nobody knows, but my second one here is going to be coming from that.
Man.
Okay.
Well, hey,
we definitely got to be
look
there
forward
for
to
that.
it. We look forward to being a part of it.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there at some point. We all will make an appearance.
Yes.
Yeah, we will be making a trip to Huntsville. So if you're in the Huntsville area, even if you're not from the Huntsville area, please check out the B.O.M.B Cinema Experience.
Yep.
Man, I think it's going to be something that we all will be able to go enjoy, watch some great films, hear some great music, and just hang out with people, that like the same things we do,
Be part of the culture.
That's it. That's
Yep.
it.
Like-minded people. And I'm giving y'all some heads up too. So if you want to come dressed in the time appropriate pieces or just like your favorite person, that is encouraged also.
Awesome.
So I need to see Reverend Brown come back.
Hey, we'll see. Hey, if Preach makes an appearance, then Reverend Brown can make an appearance,
There it is. There it is.
Hey, John, one more thing, man. Hey, I got to shout out Sean D'Angelo because this is one of his, man.
Yeah, big time to Sean, man. Growing up in the hood, my homie, man.
That's right.
Hey.
Sean Sledge, man. Shout out to you, man. But, man, it's the B.O.M.B experience. John Chambers, a.k.a. John B.O.M B, Johnny Smiles, in the house with us, man. Thank you for joining us, John.
Hey, good to meet y'all, man. And Bruce, good to see you, brother.
Good to meet you too, brother.
Yes, sir. Love you too, my brother. All right, y'all. Man, that was an absolutely amazing, segment, man. Thank you again to John Chambers for joining us on the show.
Family.
And talking about B.O.M.B Cinema. Super excited for that, man. We're looking forward to partnering and getting up there in Huntsville, man, to check out B.O.M Cinema.
Man, this is definitely a chance to take over. I know he's going to do amazing things in Huntsville.
Yes.
And I already know that's just the starting grounds, man. It's about to take over.
For sure.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
For sure. So now, Cruz, and also thank you for Johnny to joining us on that segment, man.
Of course,
we know
man.
you got some things going on, man, but hey, we look forward to seeing you on next week's show.
We got you. We holding it down for him.
Exactly. So, Cruz, since Johnny is not here,
oh Lord,
I have the task of asking the trivia question of the day.
Yay.
I'm sorry, man. I do.
Man.
It's all on me.
I didn't know
now.
this was the hot seat. I thought that was the hot seat. You
Normally
know what I
it
mean?
is, but again, since Johnny's not here,
man.
Yeah,
it's getting. I'm getting
now the heat is all on you.
I gotta come out this jacket. All right, what we got?
So this week's trivia question comes from the film Black Panther, which we will be reviewing in a little bit, right?
All right, cool.
Doing a Be Kind rewind on. So, in the film Black Panther, what Wakandan herb gives the Black Panther enhanced abilities, and what Panther deity is it spiritually connected to? You can answer that at the end of the show. But if you guys know it, leave it in the comments because I got a feeling Cruz doesn't know it. Just the look on his face says it all right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just nod my head and say, yeah, y'all. This I say, look, if y'all know this, shoot it my way, send it my way, and I'll answer. How about that? How about that? On top of that, no, this is I think that's amazing. This is what you be feeling on a day to day.
Hey, that's what Johnny hits me with.
Hey,
man.
just hit you with questions like that. He just be off top like
but
that.
I get them.
Oh, okay.
I get them.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I think I can guess what it is. But
okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the show.
How it goes.
We'll see at the end of the show.
Of course.
But you guys, again, if you know the answer, leave it in the comments. Send us an email and let us know what you guys think it is, man.
Let's do it.
Yep. But now we're about to get into it with Take Two. So for this week's Take Two, man, we'll be talking about a little Black history, man. We'll be talking about the films that we think are very impactful and that people should view during this special month, man.
Of course. I mean, there's so many ones that we can dive into. I know one of our favorites, and we say it's still the top 5 of Spike Lee films.
Yes.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, Malcolm X, man. Such a great film, man. And in my opinion, probably the best performance, or one of the best performances from the many from Denzel Washington.
I mean, he embodied that character.
He really did.
And then you have to think about it. I think it was one of those points you made earlier I thought was interesting was he embodied not just him as Malcolm X, he embodied him as Red.
Yes.
I mean, to have those parallels to show that journey that he went from being Detroit Red all the way to being Malcolm X. I think that's really interesting.
And even within that, the changes that you see Malcolm X going through because his train of thought changed throughout the film, like from the beginning to the end. You know, like a lot of his beliefs and stuff changed towards the end.
Totally. I mean, and you're right, because you see all those levels of how a man can transform to be, you know, from doing not so many great things in community to being a very political, strong nosed person for the Nation of Islam. And then now you're seeing that he's actually being more open to the idea of working with everyone at the end. I mean, it's just sad that, I mean, what if he had the opportunity to do that? And so, and be able to work with Martin Luther King in public. And I just think that it's important for people to really dive into their history.
Yes. And some other facts about the film is like, you know, during the process of making the film, Spike Lee actually ran out of funding. For the film. And so he had to reach out to like many celebrities who jumped on board and helped in completing this film by supplying like funds for
in their own right. They were Black history in their own right. I mean, from Magic Johnson to Michael Jordan. I mean, he even made a competition between them two. And Oprah Winfrey.
I mean, many celebrities, like quite a few celebrities pitched in and helping to complete the project. And you know, just I'm thankful that they did, man, because that is probably Malcolm X is probably one of my 1A, 1B.
Totally.
And the other we're getting ready to talk about here in a second. But between Malcolm X and our next film that we think is a great watch for Black History Month, Do the Right Thing.
I mean, Do the Right Thing. You know that's my one. I mean, the from Mookie, walking down that street with that Jackie Robinson jersey on. I mean, he represented the music, the beginning of it. Come on, I mean, think about the beginning.
Rosie Perez with
the pump. You know. So hey, I was trying to do the pump. That's crazy work. But just thinking about it, man, just seeing that impact. When you see that instantly come on the screen, I don't think no one hit the scene like Spike Lee did.
No,
Do the Right Thing.
Love, hate.
I mean, come on,
man.
Come on. And then the know that he took that was actually based off of an old movie, Night of the Hunter. And was able to re-image that for what we're dealing with cultural and systemic racism and all of those things.
Look at Cruz dropping the facts, man. That's why we have this is our producer extraordinaire right here, man. You know, Cruz dropping the facts on us, man. So, but nah, you're right, man. Just the message behind Do the Right Thing, man, and just everything Spike was able to do with this film, man. Like that's why it is one of my top films. Like I'm telling you, it just depends on what day I wake up on.
Day
Like
or-
whether it's Malcolm X or
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing is my favorite Spike Lee film. That's why I say 1A, 1B. Like
Totally.
you can't go wrong.
You
with
can't
either
go
one.
wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it. You're gonna learn something new and something important out of that. I mean, and his message of all you seen the different race that was in that community,
Yes.
and how they all impact. You
Yes.
know, and so to watch that right now at this time, especially the times we're living in right now, it reminds you to do the right thing.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So what are some other films that you have on your list that people should watch?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, man, I'm looking at it from like a historical standpoint of some stories, untold stories that I feel like is not being told, and maybe not in the country, but especially within our own community. One when I think about it is
Ghost of Mississippi.
Oh yeah, that was a
I
good
mean,
one.
that was really
That was a good
good. You had Whoopi Goldberg that starred in that,
Yeah.
playing Medgar Evers' widow.
Yes.
And a lot of people might not know about Medgar Evers, but he's that important to our history. He's up there, in my opinion, with Fred Shuttlesworth, what Fred Shuttlesworth done in Birmingham. Medgar Evers had that same impact, and so to finally talk about his story and how tragic he was passed. He was, you watch the movie, you see so many things, and to be murdered in that way, it's sad. But you watch the story and it's talking about his case not being solved right away. You understand that, and how hard Medgar Evers' widow fought to get that justice. It's very beautiful to watch.
Yeah, man. And the thing that you realize, man, is like a lot of these guys, like Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, who we talked about earlier, they were all young when they passed away.
Totally.
They were like 38, 39 years old.
Yeah.
All young, man. But they were all leaders and and I think the thing is they knew that there was a higher calling for them, and that was the reason they were doing what they did, man.
Well,
to move us forward.
To move us forward. And it's crazy that you mentioned that, my second one, and it's gonna catch you off guard. And you talk about young passing. No one was as young passing like that than Fred Hampton.
Man,
Fred Hampton. So Judah and the Black Messiah will be
that was
one.
a really great film too.
I will recommend y'all to go watch that movie
with Daniel Kaluuya.
Come on,
man,
and he brought it.
He was amazing.
And so I feel like watch those movies, you really understand the impact of them, and he was the person behind the Rainbow Coalition.
Yes.
Before Jesse Jackson.
They started so many programs.
So many
when
programs.
You look back at what all the work they were doing, I mean, it was just just
impactful.
so ahead of their time.
So that's my two.
Yeah.
That's my two.
Some more other films. Selma by Ava DuVernay. That's a great watch.
Oh yeah, of course.
Starring David Aiello as Martin Luther King Jr., who we talked about earlier. It talks about, of course, like we said, Selma, the Bloody Sunday incident, which happened with John Lewis and all of those foot soldiers. Man, it was just great film. Another great film. Another great watch would be The Color Purple by Steven Spielberg.
Come on, you can't beat the history that's in that, and in the impact that movie did in blockbusters. And I mean, come on,
so many nominations.
Whoopi Goldberg,
Oprah
Winfrey.
It made Oprah Winfrey a star.
Come on,
Steven. It was like, and I mean,
Danny
Glover. I mean, just such a great film. Yeah. So many memorable lines and quotables from that film, man. We definitely have to do a Be Kind rewind on that.
Show is ugly, but I know it's probably the wrong time to cook that. But yeah,
man, such a classic film, man. My God, Dead as a Rhythm. I mean, that's just such a classic,
right,
man.
Right,
like, man, who you cussing? All that stuff. The dinner table, man. It's
all
just
my
so
life I had a fight.
Such a classic movie. But yeah, The Color Purple, that's another great watch.
Yeah,
man.
Totally.
Another great watch. And then piggybacking off of that, like that was Steven Spielberg, but also Red Tails.
Oh, man.
Which was directed by Steven Spielberg, the great Steven Spielberg.
Of course, man.
And it was about the Tuskegee Airmen, man.
I mean, you think about that, man. I mean, I don't want to go too deep. I know we got so much time, but the impact of Tuskegee Airmen is huge. I mean, from a military standpoint, from history standpoint, it's one of those stories that is it's kind of one of those untold stories.
It is,
and
man.
so for it to be told that way with that amazing cast they had, man. Yeah, I truly recommend that. Recommend that for sure.
Yeah, and we recently just lost one of the last Tuskegee Airmen.
Yes.
I believe his name was Lieutenant Colonel George E. Hardy.
Oh, wow.
We recently just lost him, I think, like last year, towards the end of last year, man.
Wow,
So,
man.
just really great film, Red Tails, man, and
Definitely
just
check it out.
thankful for everything that the Red Tails did for us and for this country.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out Red Tails as well. And one of the last ones I'll talk about, another historical figure.
Okay.
42 starring Chadwick
Oh,
Boseman.
of course.
Yeah, as
course.
the late great Jackie
Jackie
Robinson,
Robinson.
man.
Yeah.
This was like one of the first times I had seen Chadwick Boseman in terms of film.
Yeah.
Because I know he had done TV before, like soap
Mhm.
operas and stuff,
Mhm.
but like this was like one of his first films. And man,
Yeah.
when I saw him in this film, I already knew that there was something special about this guy, man.
He embodied, Jackie Robinson.
He really did.
You've seen his story, played through him, but to say that this was just one of his first steps,
Man.
and I mean, you
saw what was coming.
You saw what was coming. We're gonna talk about Black Panther eventually,
Yes.
but I mean, he also played James Brown.
He did.
He also played Thurgood Marshall.
He did.
So it's just thinking about all those historical figures that he brought to life, and
Yes.
they all had their own walk, their
Yeah.
own talk.
He played Thurgood Marshall. I mean, he's
Come
played
on,
so
man.
many historical figures, man, and he embodied each one of them, man.
Yes.
And something that's forged in steel is part of 42 was shot here in Birmingham.
Right there,
like
where Rickwood.
at Rickwood,
Gotta
at
love it.
Rickwood, and
Gotta
then
love
the historical hotel downtown too.
Okay.
At the Tutwiler Hotel, they filmed some scenes
Okay.
there as well. So shout out to Chadwick Boseman. All of these films, if you haven't had an opportunity to see them, not just for Black History Month, but any time of the year is a great time to watch any of these films.
Of course.
But
of course.
yeah, please do yourselves a favor. If you like great movies like we do, then just do yourselves a favor and watch any of these films.
And let us know what you think in the comment section. We would love to talk to y'all about what details, which ones y'all like, which ones you learned a new person, a new figure that's impacted our Black history. Let us know right there in the comment section.
That's right. That's right. So up next, Cruz, we have our main topic, and our main topic today, we'll be talking about the Oscars, man.
Oh man, this is about to get good.
That's right. That's
do it.
right.
Let's do it.
All right, Cruz. So like we said, it's that time of the season.
You know
it's Oscars talk. Man. So there's a lot of talk about with these Oscars, man. So like you would say, or like our boy would say, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I got my lemon pepper steppers. I'm ready to do
Lemon
this,
pepper
man.
steppers,
Let's
man.
do it.
Also shout out, like real quick, man. Shout out to the Yellow Bracket Boys Network, man.
Of course, man.
My man, C Cool and
Tez,
Tez, man. You guys
cut.
are killing it, man. We love what you guys are doing. Got to have you guys on the show sometime soon.
Man,
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We got a lot of history, a lot of things to talk about. WrestleMania right around the corner. You already know it's by that time.
Yeah.
We look forward to talking about a little bit of cinema that's
For
coming
sure.
soon.
But as for right now, we are talking about the Oscars, man.
Let's
so
get it.
again, it's Oscar season, and if you're a film fan like us, man, this is an exciting time of the year, man. They had the SAG Awards not too long ago, and a lot of times with the SAGs, as you know, like it kind of determines who's gonna win the Oscar, right?
Facts.
But this year, looks like there's gonna be a showdown between Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another and Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Man, One Battle After Another just dominated at the SAG nominations with an incredible cast. Of course, it has Leonardo DiCaprio. Chase Infinity as his daughter was amazing.
Tiana Taylor.
Sean Penn, Tiana Taylor. My favorite character was Benicio del Toro, man. I thought he killed it, man. And as you know, ensemble was key, man. And what Ryan Coogler was able to do with Sinners and Michael B. Jordan, everything that he did, man, it was just such an amazing film. And Sinners also broke the record for most nominations in a single year by one film, man.
You got to think about it. That one film carried a whole lot right there, and they did, and they deserve every single nomination they got.
I agree.
Every single one. And when you talk about that list that you name, man, think about the supporting actor role with Delroy
Orlando, man.
Come on, man. Yeah. I mean, well deserved for him, and we actually really had a conversation about that. But you got him in supporting actor. You got obviously best actor with Michael B. Jordan in that position.
Man, such a great cast. The music was phenomenal. Miles Cantone, man, as Sammy. Yes. I mean, it's just man
for his first role.
First role, man.
Yeah, I mean,
First
he was
role.
already prepared. He was already there, and he was able to tap in to bring Sammy to life for us,
Yes.
man. I think that's really huge. And yeah, like I said, man, the Oscars have something. But my only question is, how many Senators are going to win?
Whoo, it's man, that's the
Because
question.
that is the
That's
question
the
that
question.
we have at hand, and that's and you look at it and you think about it many times in the past that that we have been, they've been great movies that we created and just haven't been seeing it from a Oscar winning side of things. Hopefully it's be a little bit different.
Yeah, and it's been nominated for 16 Academy Awards. Man.
My
That's
gosh.
a lot of nominations.
Of course.
Of course, there's Best Film
Okay.
or Best Picture. I'm sorry. Michael B. Jordan is up for Best Actor. Delroy
course,
Lindo for
supporting. Of course.
So I mean,
Best script, I
best
believe.
script.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's just
it's just so many that you can choose from. Hopefully I believe that it goes to on the right one. But you got great competition, one battle after another. It's a great film. So I'm looking forward to
it is
these
a great
two
film.
juggernauts, you would say, face off and it's gonna be good. I think I would love for Delroy to get it. I would love for Michael B. Jordan to get it. Ryan Coogler did a great script, but
I'll say this: Delroy Lindo was amazing.
Talk about
like one of my favorite scenes is the scene where they're driving.
Oh yeah,
that's and then he sees the guys working on the line, the prisoners, and he just busts out and he starts telling the story and then he starts singing. Man, that was all improv.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to a little bit of them on stage when they were doing their whole premiere route. They was out there talking on tour about how they made it and what made them do that particular scene. And at first he asked Ryan, "Can I stand in the moving car?" And they was like, "Nah, you ain't about to get me killed by you ain't about to get me killed by your wife." You know what I mean? So it's just the dynamics of that for them to give them freedom to create. I think that you see that within the film. Ryan Coogler definitely trusted his cast. His cast definitely trusted him.
Yeah. And I mean, again, shout out to Ryan Coogler and the entire cast, Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, everyone involved with the making of Sinners. But I'll say this, man, Sean Penn had one of the best performances of the year.
Yeah, I
with
can
One
see
Battle
that.
After Another. Yeah. And they put him in. Of course, he's in the supporting category. Leonardo DiCaprio is up for Best Actor. But man, it's gonna be tough, man. And then also Timothée Chalamet is up. And he's at the forefront. A lot of people are predicting that he'll win Best Actor for Marty Supreme, and that's the one film I haven't seen yet.
Okay, me too.
So I can't necessarily say, without watching his performance, like who I feel should win.
Yeah.
As of right now, like I'll just go ahead and say it. My favorite film of the year. And I know we never did a countdown of like our favorite films in 2025, but my favorite film of the year was Sinners.
Sinners, man.
Sinners was my favorite film of the year. Yeah, it was the film of the year for me. Now, but it was followed by One Battle After Another.
Totally agree. And those two definitely was on the list from the beginning, and when they made the announcement, and definitely fulfilled that promise that it's gonna be a great movie. Sinners, not just the best movie for 2025. Actually, to me, in my opinion, it's probably the best Ryan Coogler film. Top to the bottom for me. Black Panther's classic, and we're gonna talk about. We talked about that. We talked about Black Panther and what it is, but I think Ryan Coogler was because he owns the IP and the things he's doing behind the scenes with his.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yeah. That's
because he owns that, he's gonna get paid from it. I'm
not mad at that,
and he can do as many projects.
It just might be his best film. It just might be.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Do you think that's Ryan Coogler's best film? Who do you think is gonna win the Oscar? How many Oscars do you think that Sinners is gonna walk away with out of the 16? We don't know. Like not one, not two,
okay,
not three, not four, not five. That's it. But I'm talking about multiple awards.
We're gonna bring. I about to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Whatever meaning you want. I think they got the opportunity to rack up real big.
They could, man. They could. Now I will say this one more thing. Michael B. Jordan basically played 3 different roles. If you really think about the film Sinners, I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why.
I was just about to say, if you haven't seen this,
he basically played 3 different characters in this one film, and he was so believable in the role that many people thought that it was 2 different people.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, when you listen to, again, listen to how he broke it down. I mean, he really tapped into those characters, and I think he went. I don't want to say method, but he really went in. He studied how
Yes.
to be twins. I
Yes.
mean, the understanding of how do they connect, how do they move around. Even though it was just him, he really got in tune with that. So to play twins, number one, and then to, like you said, to play stats in
And smoke. Yeah.
a whole different space after
Yeah.
spoiler alert, but he becomes one of
Something
them.
else. He becomes something else. We'll say that he becomes something else.
Yeah, so
if you haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it, but yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, he well deserved,
Very well deserved.
and
All the
he needs
accolades
up
he's been getting, he
For sure.
deserves it. He, Ryan Coogler,
of course.
and again, we can't say enough about the entire cast of Sinners, as well as Paul Thomas Anderson and the cast of One Battle After Another.
Totally.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor.
She got nominated
Yeah.
for Best Supporting Actress. Like I said, Benicio del Toro. Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, man, just such a great ensemble cast overall.
They definitely brought it. They knew exactly.
And Chase Infinity, man, to be so young, she was great.
She
has
was
a
prepared.
bright future ahead of her.
I was like, she was already prepared for that role.
She was ready.
She was
man.
made for that.
I will say this: one of my favorite scenes in the movie was with her. It was almost like a callback to me. It reminded me a little bit of like Bad Boys 2.
Oh,
it was the dad moment.
When
the dad moment with Leo. That was
cold.
too funny to me.
That was
man.
good. I was laughing hard.
I was laughing at that hard, man. But yeah, such a great film. But man, again, what do you guys think, man? Do you think it's gonna be One Battle After Another? Do you think it's gonna be Sinners? Is it gonna be another film that wins Best Picture? Who do you think is gonna win? Yeah,
6, 7.
6, 7. How many? Multiple. How many? Let us know in the comments. Leave your thoughts. Send us an email and let us know what you guys think.
Thank you.
2 snaps.
So for this week's 2 Snaps, we're talking about His and Hers, the Netflix series starring Tessa Thompson and Jon Bernthal.
Man, great movie. I think it's one of those ones that you definitely do not want to just change the channel or change.
Nah, you have to watch.
You have to watch it fully
Pay
through.
attention to
every single detail. You got to pay attention to.
So tell the audience a little bit about the series.
Okay. Let's talk about it. So, I mean, His and Hers is a 6-episode crime thriller. I mean, it's talking about a strange couple, Anna, obviously played by Tessa Thompson, and then she's a reporter, and then Jack, played by Jon Bernthal, a detective navigating the murder investigation in their Georgia hometown. Now, you look at this story, it's very interesting, the relationship they have. It's already complicated if you really look at it, and it really makes it very suspenseful because you don't know
you have no idea what's going on, who's done what, or anything. There's a lot of twists and turns in the mystery. I mean,
and then added in the mom is in there too, and you see that she misses her daughter, and she really cares for her daughter.
She really cares for her daughter, man.
Yeah, I mean that I'm telling you that mom relationship, man,
it is, man. This has been one of the most talked about series in a long time.
Totally agree.
In terms of like, man, you're trying to figure out, okay, well, what's going on, who did what, and man, like everyone looks like they're a suspect within this series, man. But I thought it was really well done, really well put together. I love the directing in each episode. Man,
and the clues that you get per episode, I'm telling you,
and you really don't catch it until the very end.
To the very end,
you really don't.
Because it could be anyone in there. It could be the wife. It could be the husband. It could be a girlfriend. It could be a sister. It could be anyone and anybody. So we like you said,
because they go back to the past, and you see a little bit of their story of like how Tessa Thompson's character was coming up, and then the friends that she had, and how they impacted her life going forward. And I mean, it's just a lot going on. And then you see what caused the relationship or the rift between her and her husband, who was played by Jon Bernthal again.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's just like, I thought it was like really well done.
Yeah.
But it's time to give our thoughts on what we thought of it.
But you know what, man? I being a producer, behind the scenes, I've always enjoyed these. Y'all had some real stiff competition with the Adam Sandler's.
Oh man, now Happy Gilmore, man.
Gilmore,
Johnny,
too.
man.
And he gave that two snaps on
He
that.
gave 2 snaps to
So
Happy Gilmore.
I just like to do flashback moments. This is my chance to talk about my favorite one. But I think this one is definitely a little bit better than that.
A lot better. A lot
I would definitely
better.
say that.
A lot.
I'll
better.
definitely say that. I'm looking at the storytelling of it, how you keep your eyes glued to the screen with this.
It's one of those you can binge watch.
You can binge watch it, and you
Yeah.
probably can get a whole different moment now after watching it, going
Yes.
back and then filling in the blanks from there.
Yes.
Because of that, and because how we do. For me personally, I mean, it's a 2 snap moment,
snap?
man. Come on, 2 snaps. Come on.
Well, I'll give my thoughts. Like we just went over it. Again, like I thought the performance was great. Tessa Thompson was phenomenal. John Bernthal was great. And I'll tell you something else I liked about John Bernthal. He was able to nail that country accent.
Oh yeah,
he was able to nail that country accent because if you
me.
watch him in a lot of his other films, he always have that.
He was a Boston type,
or that that East Coast kind of talk.
Yeah.
But man, he was able to nail that that Southern accent. Man, I thought he was great. The mom was great.
Of course.
I thought well directed, well acted. I got to give it 2 snaps, man.
Oh man, look at that.
I got to give it 2 snaps.
That's
Kudos to Netflix for this project, man. If you haven't watched it, please do yourselves a favor and watch this film, or I'm sorry, the series, because it was absolutely. It'll keep your attention the whole time, and just something to if you like twists and turns in a series,
this is
definitely one of those ones,
man.
Yeah.
Just let us know what you think in the comments, and if you agree with us. If it's a 1 snap to you, it's a 1 snap to you. But I know for a fact it's not to us.
That's right.
2 snaps.
All right, Cruz. We ready, man. We ready. So
zoom in on the camera.
We gonna come back. So again, it's time for the trivia question of the day. I'm ready for this one because I'm on the other side of this now.
You're a little too excited.
I am. I'm on the opposite side of this now. So
you feeling it?
In the film Black Panther, what Wakandan herb gives the Black Panther enhanced abilities, and what Panther deity is it spiritually connected to? Do you know the answer? Do you guys know the answer?
Do you guys know the answer? Well, yeah, think about it. I literally had the answer earlier.
Okay, so what was it?
I had the answer. I thought I had the answer earlier. It's not vibranium.
No, it is not vibranium.
Okay,
so
that was a great guess, right?
It was a great guess, but the answer is the heart-shaped herb is what gives the Black Panther his powers, and is connected to the Panther goddess Bass. Or whatever. But if you remember, Forrest Whitaker's character Zuri always had to take the heart-shaped herb and then mix it up and give it to him, pour it down.
I'm so glad we're talking about that particular herb.
Yeah, man, that particular herb. I'm glad we're talking about that particular herb and not any other kind. Not any other kind.
Right, you're totally.
But yeah, man, did you guys know the answer to that? Because Cruz clearly did not know the answer to it.
Oh, okay.
But it's all good. You know why? Because now we're about to get into it with our this week's Be Kind Rewind.
Be kind.
Be Kind Rewind videos. I'll look out.
Man, so Cruz, you know how excited I am about this one. Man.
I already know.
We're talking about another Ryan Coogler project, Black Panther, man. Black Panther, yes. Wakanda Forever, man. Starring the late, great Chadwick Boseman.
Of course.
Angela Bassett.
Michael B. Jordan.
Forrest Whitaker. Michael B. Jordan, man.
Killmonger?
One of my favorite characters.
That's for sure.
Michael B. Jordan embodied Killmonger. Man, one of the greatest villains Marvel has had.
Yes, I totally agree. And when you think about it, when you seen Killmonger, you instantly connected to his story, especially being a Black man growing up, understanding that he was just trying to find himself in that project, and he just so happy. Not in the project, but also, in the film, obviously, guess Killmonger. You see that, and it connected to everybody. So for him to be playing the bad guy, you kind of wanted to root for Killmonger.
You did, but you understood why he was the way he was, and you understood his mission. So it was like, yeah, you're right. Sometimes you found yourself kind of rooting for him, even though you knew he was not a good guy.
Totally.
You knew he was not a good guy. But man, yeah, again, man, the story of Black Panther picks up with T'Challa going back home to Wakanda.
Of course.
Like now he's assumed the role of king of Wakanda because his father was killed.
Facts.
And so now he's having to assume the role of being not only the Black Panther, which is the protector of Wakanda, but he has to assume the role of being the king of Wakanda.
Exactly. I mean, you see that weight is already on him. Yes. He has his sister who plays a huge role in creating the uniform, which is so amazing. When you seen that connection of those two, and then they got their handshake, these special handshakes in that relationship. And you just instantly start rooting for them immediately when you seen it.
Yes, and you see the bond between he and his mother with Angela Bassett, man. That mother and son relationship.
Totally.
And man, you just see how much they care about him. Even the Dora Milaje, who are like the protectors of Wakanda, man. Like you see how I want to say the word, but you see how bad they are, man. Because I mean they do not play. They do not play, and they do not play about their king.
Totally. And I think that's so dope. And we was talking about so many great ones. We can't forget Forrest Whitaker was even part of it.
That's right, Forrest Whitaker. And man, one of my favorites, man. Lupita Nyong'o, man. Oh man.
Yeah. Let's switch the subject. Yeah. Save life. Yeah. Okay, so you got me on that one. And so let's see how I did that. I was trying to flip. All right, so look, think about the impact. The impact was there, man. Impact was there.
But yeah, but when you go now, I'll say this, man. One thing about Black Panther, man, I remember came out in 2018. I remember when it came out in theaters, man. There was nothing like going to the theater and you seeing this theater just packed.
Yes.
And the experience. And that's why I always say the movie going experience, there's nothing like
beats
it, man.
Nothing beats it.
But when you go and you see all these people coming dressed up, in
the outfits, in African attire,
Wakandan attire, and man, just the excitement that it was going to view this film, and man, just there's nothing like I can't really even put it into words what it was like going to see this film in the theater.
Totally agree. I mean, when I went, you instantly see everybody be family. It felt like it was like a Black family reunion.
And when you walk in, like you see somebody in their gear, and you're just like,
you know what time it is. You were going in and out to different times of the movies, but y'all was letting it be known.
Yeah.
And so it's that connection that that impact. I don't know. You see those impacts like that all the time, and I think that's just one of those moments. Where were you when Black Panther came out?
Exactly. And I mean, it's just like, again, the story alone, man. Like, again, T'Challa, the character that Chadwick Boseman was playing as the Black Panther, has to assume the role of King of Wakanda. And of course, there are those who are wanting to challenge him for the throne as king. And so, they have a ritual where you have to battle.
Yep.
And whoever wins becomes the king of, Wakanda. And so you mentioned Michael B. Jordan's character, Eric Killmonger, earlier. And his father, come to find out, was actually T'Challa's father. They were brothers. So Killmonger's dad and T'Chaka were brothers. And T'Chaka ends up killing his own brother to save Zuri, who was a spy for him. And so Eric is left by himself. They actually left him. And so you kind of understand all this built up frustration, because he grew up in not the greatest of situations.
No.
Grew up without a father, and so he had to fend for himself. Yeah. And he made it his mission to get back to Wakanda, because his dad had always talked about Wakanda and just how beautiful it was, how beautiful the sunsets were. And so he made it his mission to get back there and take the throne, because he felt like he had every right to be on that throne as T'Challa did.
Yeah, he did.
He was family too.
He totally agree. One of those pivotal scenes, and I'm skipping a lot probably.
That's fine.
But the scene in the end.
Oh man, that's one of the ones I wanted to talk about too.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing him talking to his brother, having that moment where you see that sun. He finally get to see that sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's sad that he had to go out that way, but you hear the words that he says, and it resonated with the people.
But piggybacking off of what you said though, but even right before that, the conversation he had with his cousin T'Challa, when T'Challa, like, because he felt sorry for him.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he said was like, we do have technology where we can help you. And he was just like, nah. He's like, bury me in the ocean with my ancestors
Who jumped from the ships.
because they knew that death was better than bondage. Man, what?
Man, I bet. Man,
that was one of the hardest lines I've seen.
The whole theater.
Yeah, it was
Quiet.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, there was nothing like that experience, man. Like even, out of everything that they had been through, T'Challa was wanting to help him because he felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
Because he knew
understood.
he knew it was wrong that they left him behind.
Right.
And
right.
he even asked his father when he went to the ancestral plane, like, why did you leave him?
Why?
Why? Like you guys were wrong.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
You were wrong for that because like so with Killmonger, he eventually did take the throne, but thinking that T'Challa was dead, but he wasn't. So he comes back by taking
your boy
the heart-shaped herb.
We learn
taking the heart-shaped herb, and so he comes back and he challenges Killmonger's version of the Black Panther for the throne, and so he defeats him and he assumes the role as king again. And like we said, they had that moment. And it ends on a high note because, Wakanda has all this technology, but the world did not know that Wakanda had all these resources.
Well,
and so they say that we want to build, and I thought this was such a great line too. I think it was like in one of the post credits, he said, we want to build bridges and not divide. Which speaks to a lot of things that were going on, not only at that time, but what are going on right now today.
I mean, it's funny that you brought that up when you think about, when you said something about the resources that was there, right? You can actually, make the connection of the equivalent to what we brought, to the table, and what our ancestors have done to bring our resources to provide for countries and especially right here in the United States. So when you look into the dynamic of him saying we want to build bridges, not divide, we do that. But you keep watching the rest of the series, what is that entails? That's a give and a take moment for us. And so, that's why I feel like you said Black Panther is one of those projects that, you can connect and definitely is a good one to watch right now.
It is. So if you haven't seen it in a long time, because I'm sure as many people went to as much as that money made at the theaters, a lot of people have seen it. So if you haven't seen it in a long time, haven't watched it in a long time, please do yourselves a favor and rewatch Black Panther, man.
I'm about to go watch that now.
I think I am too, man. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever, man. But Cruz, that is another 515 Real to Real podcast that's down, man. Appreciate you joining us on the show, man. Yes, sir.
My guy, man.
Appreciate you stepping in, man. This has been fun, bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime, this family, finally to be from behind the scenes to be in the seat next to you again. Shout out to Johnny, man. Always my brother for letting me slide into the spot right here from producing to finally being behind the scenes. And
yes, sir, man. It was a great episode, man. Great episode,
man. Look, man, it's always good to talk about our history and, to be a part of this.
Yeah, we're talking about history and film, man.
Come on.
I mean, just the combination, man.
Perfect combination.
Awesome, man. Also, shout out to John Chambers for joining us on the show today, man.
Yes.
Really appreciate you joining us. Excited about everything you're doing up there in the Huntsville area. And again, if you guys are in the Huntsville area, please check out the B.O.M.B cinematic experience, man. It's gonna be such a great time.
It's gonna be good.
Man, I'm looking forward to those, man.
Yeah, man.
And man, keep checking us out on the 515 Real to Real podcast, man. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The information is below. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, all these social media platforms. But whatever you do, please subscribe, like, and share.
Yes.
Man, we're trying to get our subscriptions up. Man. So
hey, join the family. We look forward to y'all being part of this. We only going up from here.
That's right.
Hey, jump on, man. Don't be a bandwagoner.
That's right. So again, for the 515 Real to Real podcast, man, happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Watch some films,
yes.
Enjoy, and we'll see you guys next time.